That is superb. God, that. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a leftovers recipe again. We've got some leftover mashed potato, we've got yogurt, and there's links on the channel to how to make yogurt, or just go buy some because we're not using very much actually. But we are going to knock up something which is really fantastic. It's just one of those light things that you can knock up when you've got mashed potato and yogurt. So we are going to knock up a yogurt pan-fried potato bread. Now you can use bacon, you can use onions, you can use anything in this. Basically we're going to make the bread, we're going to let it rest for 30 minutes and then we're going to bring it all together, shove it in a pan and cook it. In here, yogurt. In here, milk. We've got a little bit of melted butter. We're going to put a little pinch of salt in there. Just give that a mix, break up that Greek yogurt. We've got this fabulous Greek yogurt, obviously. Your normal yogurt works as well. You don't have to have Greek style yogurt. Any yogurt works. Right, in there, all-purpose plain flour. And let's get it in. Let's bring it all into a nice dough. Now you're going to have to get your hand in, but try and get it all in there a little bit before we get our hands in. So just bring it in until you've got a dough. Okay, we got our dough coming together there, look, and what we're going to do is put some mashed potato in there. So we're going to have a mashed potato dough and mashed potatoes inside. Okay, a little bit of flour on that board and just give that a little quick kneading on there. Now we're not going to go too crazy with this. Just a nice little bring it together. Now you want to be dividing this half because we are going to actually make a bottom and a top and put it over the top, where you could just make individuals and put it in and fold it up. We're going to make one and put it in a pan. So we want to be coming through there half. So about that much, and that is one dough ball and that is another dough ball. They're roughly the same, he says. Right, we need to put them in a bowl and let them rest. Just let them rest about half an hour. They're not going to rise up because they have no rising agent in. So we're not looking for them to rise, we're looking for them to rest before we roll them out. So just take your dough and put it in there. Take some cling wrap, wrap it up. Obviously we don't want it to dry out. It's on the side for half an hour and then we can carry on. So we need to start putting our filling together. That is 1 tablespoon of mayo in there with our mashed potato. And in there with our green onion. Now you can add bacon, you could add ham, you could add anything you like to this. It's such a versatile recipe. Okay, let's just get that all fully incorporated in there. Nice and steady, just mix it all up. Now the mayo is going to give it a little bit of sweetness, obviously. There we go. We need to be rolling out some bread. Now what you got to decide is what size pan you're going to make it in. You need to roll your dough to fit your pan. So we just want a little bit of flour on there and we're going to take one of our doughs. And as you can see, you could do this all by hand. You could just work it all the way around, nice and steady. We're not going to do that. I'm going to take that. I'm going to do that. What you're aiming at doing is getting that to fit that, and that is quite enough. So we got enough there. We'll roll out the top, just put that there, roll out the top, and then we're ready to go. So you can see it's fairly straightforward, isn't it, you know? They're about the same, look at it. It's about the same, isn't it? Right. Nice and straightforward. On there, our filling. So get all that mash and onion on there. Now don't forget, if you add mash and bacon, whew, awesome. Now we have to bring it out, but leave a border. And don't forget, you can actually season this however you like. Now, you know, to be quite honest, it's going to lift up, but if you'd have put it on parchment paper, you could just lift it up the parchment paper and dump it in your pan. There you go, there's a tip. Right, on here, a mozzarella. As much or as little as you like. And then take that other piece of dough over the top of there. Okay, bring it out to that other one, and we're going to crimp it up, fold it in, and make a seal. And that is our tasty bread ready to go. Now you can use oil, you can use anything you want. I'm going to go with just a little smidgen of butter. We just want to grease the pan. So give it a good greasing. Flame on, not too high. Just warm up the pan. Take your beautiful bread and dump it in there. And it's a very, very low, slow cook. And what you're going to feel when you actually cooking this, that soft, squidgy dough that you had when you first put it in the pan is going to tighten. It's going to tighten up, so it's going to start to feel a little bit firmer, like this is. So it's probably a light brown on the other side already. We're going to leave it a little bit longer. We'll take the chance that we don't burn it, because we're going to flip it and then probably flip it back again. So we're going to colour this up and carry on cooking. So you can take anything that you want to use to flip it over. Let's have a look. There you go, look. It's just starting to turn. So back in there, and we're going to turn it back again. We're going to flip it back again. I think we are. No, we're not. Look, it's not doing on that side yet. Leave it a bit longer. So let's have another look. Oh look, we're getting that there now, look. Back in there. Fabulous. Now that's smelling like it's got some colour on that side. There we go. Now we don't want to go as much as this on that other side. We want the other side to look pretty. I think that should have about got it. Now this is one of those, it's a bit like a pizza base actually. This time on there. And look at that, it is absolutely Beautiful. And then we just need to put it on something to serve it up. I'll put it on there. But you know, you can put it on a plate, you can do anything, obviously. Oh, through that bottom. We're ready. Oh, gooey. Gooey, gooey. Look at that. That is sensational. That is superb. Look at that. Oh, that is incredible. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Fantastic potato dough. We use up the potato in the dough. We've got the potato inside with the onions, and we've got the cheese. Oh, come on. That is off the charts. Oh dear. Oh, looky in here. Oh man. Oh, that is incredible. Like a big kid. It is outstanding. What a way to use up leftover mashed potato. A little bit of flour, bit of onions, a little bit of mayo in there to give it that little bit of a sweetness, but it's not sweet, obviously. Oh, and the mozzarella cheese, you know, you can use any cheese you like. Mozzarella for stringy, put some cheddar in there, sharp cheddar. Wow, blow your mind. If you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. We'll catch you in the next video. Oh man.